Welcome to this tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a church flyer as displayed on your screen. So in this particular service, the servant of God will be talking about understanding the church, and therefore I've been able to apply some gestalt principle here at this position, whereby we had the U using the church door, and then there are two people walking into the church. So stay tuned up to the end so that you can be able to gain the skills on how you can be able to create this such flyer. So this flyer I'm creating using the Adobe Photoshop. So basically you go to file and then you go to new, and then we want to set the size of the flyer, and that is 4x4, and make sure that the measurement is in inches, and make sure that you have 300 resolution, because it's going to be used on digital platforms, and therefore it needs to have a high resolution. Make sure the color mode is RGB color, and make sure you have 8 bits. Then you need to have also the background to be white. After that, you just click create. So it will be able to load up the canvas for us, so that you can be able to enter now the content into that canvas. So this is the canvas of our flyer. So our flyer, let me reduce the canvas to 45 so that it can fit on the screen. So that is 45%. Now in this case, the first thing we want to do is to add the gradient. We want to add the gradient layer. So you just go to layers, and then you go to this icon down here in the layer section. So you click on this icon, and then you go to gradient. So in the gradient section, we want to put the color, one of the colors to be yellow. So basically I'm just going to change the color mode here to be yellow. So I just click on this color here, and then I come here to change, and therefore I'll change it to F6 CAD, and then 04. So automatically when I write this color mode, this color code here, it is going to change it to yellow, and therefore I click OK. Then I also come to this side. I want the background to be white. I want the background to be black. Therefore I'm going to increase the opacity to black. And then what I'm going to do on this color, foreground color, I'm going to change the foreground color to white. So white is just 6 Fs. It gives you the white color. So you click OK. Okay, then after that, before you leave maybe the canvas, or maybe before you can be able to go to the next step, the next thing we need to do is to change the linear. Yes, we are using the style as linear, but I want to change it to 120. So I want to use 120 here, so that it appears the shadow of the yellow color should be on this side. It must be casted on this side. Okay, then after that I want to bring in another image. So I just click on file, and then I go to place embed. Then I'm just going to the folder. I've already created a folder on the desktop. I'll share in the description section for you to be able to use if you want to use the same images. So this is the image called understanding. Therefore in this image, the first thing I want to bring this praise and worship wallpaper. So I click on it, and then I place. So it will load up, and after it has loaded up, I want to position it down here. So the lifting up of hands of people. So in this case, I just want to reduce the opacity to 4, and then you can see 4, it's a little bit, somehow it doesn't affect the yellow color. And then I can also be able to reduce the sharp edges by adding a layering mask. So I want to add a layering mask, so I'll just click on this layering mask here, and then I just want to brush off the sharp edges. So these sharp edges, I want to brush it off. So what I do, I click on the brush tool, and then I just brush it off like that. So I brush it off so that I have a very smooth blending of this image plus the background. The next image I want to bring here, so I just click on file, I go to place embed, and then I just want to bring this image of lifting of hands again. So this is an image, yes, so I want to bring it at the top here. so I just want to bring it at the top here. But my main interest is on this lady, the lady that is raising up the hand, this lady here. So that is my main concern in this case. So I want to position her at the top there. So I want to position, make sure that she is positioned at the top there. Then after positioning her there, I want to right click on that image and then I flip horizontally so that she appears looking this side. Okay, I want her to appear looking this side. So, and I want to position her there. So after doing that, I want to reduce the opacity to be 4 also, or we can put it to be 5. Yeah, so I think 5 is okay. Then you can just add the layering mask, and then after that you brush off the white, the sharp edges, so I can get rid of the sharp edges. So we are doing good. The next thing I want to do is to bring in the last image. I just want to bring in the last image. I go to File, Place Embed, and then I just want to bring this image here, so you can see the way it is. And then I just want to stretch it so that these lines appear to be at the center. You can see I'm trying to make sure that it is center. Everything is at the center, so you can see these lines that add some kind of texture to my background. So this one is just meant to add some texture to my background, and therefore I can be able to use screen. I just go to blending options and then I use screen. So you can see with screen it is it just gives me some kind of blending option in my background to show some kind of texture that maybe I didn't have initially. So with this we can be able to say that we have created our background in a very simple way. There are many other things we can be able to add on it, but I want it to be as much as simple as possible. So that's why I don't want to include many things. The next thing to do, I just want to bring in the logo for the church. So the logo of the church is here. So I just go to here to bring in the logo now. So here is the logo of the church. So I just click on it, I place here. So I just want to position the logo at the top here. So I want to position the logo at the top. So you can just press Control plus A and make sure that it is center aligned. So that is the center line. And then after that, I just want to write the name. Maybe it is too big, so I just want to reduce that logo and also write the name there. So the name here is High Life Cathedral. So loading up. Okay, so High Life Cathedral is the name of the church. So High Life Cathedral is here. So that is the name of the church. So I'm going to highlight this. I'm using Pop-in as my font color and my font, and then I want to reduce the font to medium, and then I just want to make it black. I don't want it to be that white color. I want it to be black, and therefore you can see that visibility is important, and therefore you can see High Life now appears better when it is in black. So in this case I just want to position at the top there, and then I just click on this center line. Now by so doing, you can now be able to push it a little bit up like that up to that point. So everything has just aligned the way I wanted. I can as well be able to push it at the top so that it doesn't occupy a very large space down there. Alternatively, you can decide to put this maybe this side, but for this tutorial I just want it to be the way it is. I just want it to be the way it is. So I think up to that point everything is intact. Everything is intact. Good. So I think that is okay. You can just position it, Control plus A, make sure that it is center aligned. So after doing that, the next thing I want to do is just to bring in the welcoming message, and that is I can just click on the text tool, and then you're saying that join us this Sunday. Join us this Sunday. So that is the text that I want to write there. I just want to highlight it. I'm using brush script. So I'll go to my font, and you can see brush script is here. So I click on it. Then after that, I just want to make it bigger. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just to stretch it like that. but I don't want it to maybe to be, I want just to make sure that it's center aligned. So I'm going to press Ctrl+A and then I click on center align so that it appears to be at the center. Now it is not possible for you to use black here and then you use black here. There is some kind of color clash in this case. So what I'm going to do is that I want to use a different color, so I'm going to highlight this and then I'm going to use the color called the color that I want to use in this case will be FF00. FF0000. That is the color that I want to use in this case. Yeah, so it has given me the color, or alternatively, if this is too shouting, I can decide to use something like 920202. So I think that is okay also. I think I can use that color, yeah, for join us this Sunday. So that is okay. The next thing that I want to bring here is the theme. So I want to bring out the theme. So I want to draw a small rectangle here, just a small rectangle, and this rectangle I want to make sure that the edges, there are only two edges that are going to be affected, this edge and the other edge. So what I need to do, I need to dislink. I'm just going to make sure that it's not linked together. So I want to make sure that the radius here is 50 and also the radius on the top there is 50, like that. So then I want just to use a very simple color that is black, that black. Okay, so I want to use this black color for my as my background for this shape. So this shape I can also be able to make it a little bit big and then I push it down a little bit here. I think that is okay up to that particular point. Then after doing that, I just want to write on top of it theme. So I just want to write the word there, theme. And theme is supposed to be in popping. Theme is supposed to be in popping, and then it's supposed to be medium. Theme is supposed to be popping and it's supposed to be medium, like that. After doing that, I'm just going to highlight this and then I click on this color here and then I click on the white color so that I can be able to make it white. So I'm going to push it at the top. I'm going to push it at the top here. So I wanted to make sure that it's at the top there. Okay. Then after doing that, I just want to bring in now the theme itself. So I just want to write. So I want to write understanding. Understanding is capital U. Understanding, and then this an understanding, we want to have it maybe you can use the color of book Andiqua. So book Andiqua, where are you? So it is here, book Andiqua. I click on it and then I can also be able to make it a little bit bigger to occupy some space here. So I think this is okay. But this book Andiqua, again, I want it to be bold. I want it to be bold like that. So the color itself is now not visible enough because the background is trying to make it not be able to look outstanding. So what I need to do, I want to add some kind of the gradient. I want to add some gradient. So what I need to go, I go to effects down here and then I click on gradient. So in gradient, I just I want to change it to color like I just want to make it, let me check whatever it has been already been brought. I think red is working very well, but let me try this. Let me try this one first. So I want to use in that case the gradient of dB. The first color is dB4, then D, then 00. Then after that, I go to the next color. The next color is FF6C0A, like that. Okay, so I save that and then I click here. Okay, so I think that is also okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some drop shadow on it. So I want it to cast some shadow to the next text. So what I'm going to click, I click on drop shadow, and the drop shadow that I want to use this time round, I want to use white drop shadow. I want to use the white drop shadow because I want it to be casted on the text that I'm just going to write. So in this case, I just want to bring in the second text, and that is church. So I just write the church in capital letters. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use Andiqua again. I'm going to use Chisel. Chisel is the color, the font that I want to use, and I want to use black, like that. So I'll just make sure that the church is big enough. So I want it to be big enough. Okay, so it can occupy up to that point there. And then after that, I don't need I want to use the gradient. I just want to make it also have a gradient of so I click in this icon here, and then I just change the gradient to, I just want to change the colors. So I just click there, and then I change the colors to FD. I just want to change the color to FD, not FD, it's supposed to be 92, yes, 920202. So it will give me that red, dark red. And then this one also I need to change it to FF, then 0000, like that. So you can give me that light red, like that. So I think that is okay. Alternatively, I can start with maybe something, maybe I can remove the reverse, so that we have the dark part starting, the dark red starting, and then we end with the light red, as you can see the way it is organized. Now in this case, what I also need to do, I don't need the U. I want to change the U using what we call the guest-led principle. So I want to change this U to be like something like a church door, rather than just having a plain U there. So I just want to add some artistic door there to show some people walking into that door. So what I need to do, I just need to make it a little bit bigger, like something like 70, and then I want to bring in the image. So I just want to go to file, then place embed. Now inside my folder that I just created on the desktop called understanding, so I just go to that folder. Now there is that first image of a door, so that is the image of a door. So I want this image of a door to be reduced, but before I reduce it to that size, I just want to work with it the way it is first. So first of all, I want to rasterize it. So I just right click on that image, and then I rasterize it. Then what I want to do, I want to use some polygon lasso tool here, polygon lasso tool. And this polygon lasso tool, I meant to select, I want to remove the pillars, I just remain with the door. So okay, so what I need to do, I just click from this point like this. Okay, so sorry for that. First of all, let me remove that. So I just want to use the polygon lasso tool, and then I just want to select this part here. So I want to get rid of all these parts that are around this door. The pillars also removed. Okay. So I just want to make sure that the pillars are also removed. So here, and then I walk at the top. I just want the door alone. I just want this door alone. So I just want to make sure that the door is selected like that. So I can also go up to this end, and then I just go down up to this point here, like that. And then I do what? I use the backspace key to reduce everything. So I'm removing the background, and then what I need to do, I'm going to use the magnetic lasso tool. I want to bring this part. I want to remove this part at the top here. So I'm going to use the magnetic one. So I just click on magnetic lasso tool, and then I just want to get rid of this part here. So automatically when I start moving, it starts moving like that. I just want the door itself. So I just want to make sure that the door has been selected, so like that. So I'm just interested with the pillar, that pillar at the door, at the top of the door, like that. So like that. So I'm just removing the background, that part at the top there. Yeah, then I just go up to the point, and then I just come back, and then I use that. You can see it has removed it, but now it is not sharp enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sharpen these edges so that it looks more decent. Okay, so I can use the gradient, I can use the pen tool. So I can use this pen tool so that I can go to select these areas that I want to remove. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my pen tool. So I click on this pen tool, and then I just want to make sure that this part is surrounded. So I click on this area, and then I just want to do like that. I bring it at the top here. So I click on this path here. Okay. So up to that point, and then I just want to make sure that this part has been selected, this part, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Then you just come back to this point, like that. Then you do what, right click on it, and then you want to fill it with a color. So maybe I can fill it with a color here. So I just want to fill it with the color like this, the one that at the background here. Maybe I can use this at the top here, or I can decide to use somehow here, somewhere around here, so the color from the background. So I click on it, and then I just say okay. So automatically you can see this part will just be faded away, and there's some kind of cylindrical form that has been created at the top there, which is the effect that I really want the most. Now the next thing that I want to do, maybe I can also be able to apply the same to these doors. You can see the doors are a little bit not okay, so I just can pause this, and then I can be able to make sure that it's well shaped. Okay, so I've tried to apply the pen tool in this particular background here on this door, but I feel like it is not even quite very necessary, because what we want is just to give us the natural effect of the door. Therefore I just feel like we can just add some drop shadow. You can just be able to add some color, the outer glow. So I'm just going to add some outer glow on it, and then when I add some outer glow, yes, it can help me to somehow reduce that white. Yes, I think that is okay. So I think I can just add some white outer glow on it, and then I can just be able to reduce it. So I can just make sure, yes, I think that is okay. I feel it's much okay if I just do that, and then I just reduce the width, this door, because we just want that effect of a door in that case. So we are not interested with because it's not a logo, so we can just be able to work with whatever we have gotten in this case. So what you need to do, you want to reduce that door so that it fits in that location there. So the next thing I want to do is just to reduce this. So I just want to make sure that I've reduced this so that R can also be closer to the door. So I just want to make sure that this R is closer to the door. So this door can go a little bit at the top. Yes, I like it the way it is. It can also be able to put some kind of white color on the understanding, and that is it about that. And then the next thing I just want to do, so that I can complete that area, I just go here, place embed, and then I want to bring these two little children walking to church. I just want to bring them here. I can also reduce these two so that I can be able to resize. So I just want to reduce them so that they can be able to appear on this door, walking on this door. So what I'm going to do, just make sure these are there, and then I want to make sure that these children are walking in the church. They are walking into the church. Good. So what I need to do, I reduce them. These are church members here. So I just want to make sure I reduce them so that they fit in that location there, so they appear walking into the search service like that. Good. I am not happy with this the background there. The background is so shouting, so I want to add some kind of lens flare so that you can be able to reduce that white part. So I just go to place embed, and then I want to add this lens flare there. So this lens flare, I can reduce it to something 145 first, so that I can be able to reduce it to fit within that door. Yeah, so I want that lens flare to fit on that door there, and that lens flare to fit on that door like that. So the next thing I want to do, I just go to my blending options and then I click screen. So it gives some kind of that effect on the door, of which I really feel it's okay. So I just want to make it a little bit bigger so that you can be able to see the effect. You can also be able to add it to 100 so that you can see the effect. So that is the effect. You can see the effect, the way it has been brought out. In this case, it has cast some kind of good effect on the door. I can as well be able to increase it a little bit by pressing Ctrl J. Ctrl J gives it a more power. You can see the way it is now. It appears to be better with that. Now I want understanding to be at the top, so what I'm going to do, I go and click on that layer of understanding, and then I just pull it at the top. Just want it to be at the top there. Good. I think that is better by it's so doing. Good. Then the next thing I want to do, the drop shadow on the understanding is not clearly visible. So I just want to make sure that the opacity has been increased a little bit, so that I see that shadow has been casted on this edge here. So what I need to do, I need to make sure that it has been 100 is okay. I think 100 is okay, but 100 is too shouting. Can I spread it? Yes. I can reduce it a little bit. Yeah, I think that is okay. I can as well be able to increase that. I don't want it to be so much, but I want it to be somehow on the T. Yeah, I think that T, this edge here. So I just want this white to be on this edge here. Okay, so I'm okay with that. I can go ahead to the next part. So the next part I want to tackle is that I want to bring in the image of God's servant. So I just go to file, then place embed, and then after doing that, I just want to bring in the image here. So I just want to bring the image here. So I want him to be at this point like that. Yes, cast some shadows on the. Also, you can be able to blend with the church. So I think that point is okay. You can also be able to increase, because that hand is a little bit hanging. I just want to make sure that I hide that hand. Yeah, like that. So I just make sure that that hand has been hidden. Now the next thing that I want to do, I want to bring in the name. I just want to bring in the name. I think the background is okay for him, so I just go ahead and just bring in the name. So it is Apostle. The name is Apostle Luke Grammar. So that is the name, and then I just highlight this. I go to pop in. I make it pop in, but I don't want it to be like that. I just want it to be medium for the part at the top, but then for the lower part I want it to be bold. I want it to be bold enough so that it can be visible enough. This is too, it's also not visible enough. I want to make it more visible. So how do you go about it? I want to change the color to black. Just want to change the color to black, like that, over theme. Yes, I think that is much better. In this case. Now the next thing that I want to do, almost the last part, and basically I want just to bring in some rectangle. I just want to draw some kind of rectangle here. So just want to draw the first rectangle, should be here. So I just want to draw these rectangles, and then I just change the color for the first one to be black. Just want the first one to be black. Then I just Ctrl J to duplicate the layer. Ctrl J to duplicate the layer. Yes, and then I just push it this side. like that. And then what I need to do, I am just going to click on this, double click on it, and then I just go and pick a color from my logo. So that's the color that I want. I want a color from that logo, so that's the color. And then the last one, I also press Ctrl plus J, and this time round I want just to make sure that I resize everything, make sure that this one is okay there. And then the next thing, I want to make sure that this one is also there, this one is also there, this one is also there. Then the next thing I want to do is just to highlight everything. Just want to highlight everything, and then I just want to reduce it to that point there. Okay, then after doing that, I just want to make sure that I use different color for the last rectangle. So I double click on it, and then I want to pick the color from the background, but I want to make it so sharp. So I just click on it there. So after doing that, I can also be able to highlight all these rectangles that are there. I just want to highlight them, all of them. So I just click on the first one, and then I click on the last one. Then I just use my Alt key on my keyboard, so that I can go to stretch it like this. Yes, so I want it to be a little bit bigger in terms of height. So what I need just to do, I press the Alt key on my keyboard, and then I just stretch it at the top like that. I can as well be able to stretch it at this side, but I just feel like that is okay. Okay, I think that is much better. So I just need to reduce it a little bit like that. Yes, so I think that is much okay up to this point. Then the next thing I just want to do is to bring in now the text. So just want to bring in now the text, that is 29th. Just want to write the 29th September 2024, like that. So this text, I want to position it at the top of this black, but it's black already. So what I'm going to do, I just double click on it, and then I go and select this color here. Yes, I think that is much better. Then I just want to make it center line, or I can just put it to be the way it was, to be left aligned. I can just make sure that it's left aligned like that. So we have that there. Then after doing that, we go to the next part, that is bring in the location of the church. So I've already written the text, so I just want to bring the text in there. So I just want to reduce this text here so that it fits at this particular point like that. Then the last one, I just Ctrl plus J on this, Ctrl plus J, and then I just want to push this text this side, and then I just change it to be black like that. Then what I need to do, change this color to 7 AM and 9 AM. Then I reduce it so that it fits within the canvas. Reduce it so that it fits within the canvas like that. And after that, I just want to go to the last part. So I want to bring our social media handles in this case. So basically, I just want to draw like a small rectangle at the top there. I just want to draw like a small rectangle here, and that small rectangle should be of the same like the first one that we did for the theme. So I just want to reduce that corner and also the other corner. I want to make sure that I use that. Then after that, I just want to make it I want to make the background to be this red. So I want to use this red for the background, and then on top of it, I just want to write there, connect with us. The text is connect with us, connect with us. Then I highlight it, and then I just go here, and then I change it to medium, or I use regular. Yes, let me just use medium. Medium is okay. And then I reduce this one to fit within this. Yes, reduce it and fit in there. So what I need to do, I highlight this text again, and then I just click on this background color, and then I just make it white. I think white fits very well in this location there. Then after that, I want to bring in the social media icons, so I just go to place embed, and then I want to bring in our Facebook icon. So that is our Facebook icon. I reduce the canvas size to 45, and then I just want to resize this. I just want to make sure that I resize this there. Just reduce it, and then I push it here like that. Then I also want to bring in the second icon. The second icon is for YouTube, so I just want to bring in the second icon, so place embed, and then I just want to bring in the icon for YouTube. Then I just reduce the YouTube one so that it can go to fit down here. So after doing that, I just want to import text. Okay, alternatively we can just leave it like that. Also, it is statistic, we can just leave it with that like that. Yeah, so somebody can just be able to know that these are the social media icons that we can be able to connect in this service. Okay, so you can just put the icons, and then the church is using the same name for these social media handles, and therefore that is just okay. They will be able to find it there. Now the last thing I want to do is just to add some shadows. I just want to add just want to make it more vibrant. So what I need to do, I click on this option here, and then I go to vibrancy. So I want to bring some kind of yes, I can be able to increase the vibrancy even to somewhere around 70 or 75 or 95 or 85 there, just depending with our taste and feel and the way the logo the everything will look like. So I think I can use 75. I think 75 is okay, or 78 is okay for me. Now the last thing I want to do, I don't want it to be so bright the way it is, so I can be able to add some kind of a curve on it. So I can just be able to add some kind of a curve on it. Yes, I think that is so much better. Yes, I add some kind of a curve so that I reduce the brightness. Yes, I reduce the brightness like that. And now everything has been intact, and now my artwork is ready for export. So you just click on file, then export, and then you just click on export as. Then it will be able to open this window. You change the format to JPEG, and after doing that you just click on export all. So you click on export all, and then you can be able now to use your logo. You can be able to use your flyer for circulation. Thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel so that when I create the next content, you'll be informed. You can also turn the notification button on so that you can be informed when I'm creating the new content. Bye bye for now.